Hey guys, Samurai here, back in with another episode of the Pokemon Sword and Shield series, Crown Zenith. And yeah, you read the title right. This is, in fact, our last episode. But I'll tell you guys more about that at the end of the video, so let's get on with the show. In the last episode, everyone has just established that they're excited to do this festival, as everyone has just gotten their roles. For Ash, Rinto, and Lucas, their roles have changed to be sort of an everyman role. Since they were really popular with fans, they actually have to do meet and greets and have to battle trainers who want to battle them in line. For Hop and Chase, they're helping out new trainers by hosting a Rookie League tournament. This allows trainers to use rental Pokemon, these rental Pokemon being the starters, Rookidee, Squovit, and Morpeko that they can use in a tournament, with the reward being a Focus Sash. Elaine's role here is education. She's telling people about the gym challenge and how different gym challenges work from every region. This is when Marnie comes in with Galar geography, talking about the different towns in Galar and how they all have different styles and different ways of life. This is when Peonia's booth is all about fossil Pokemon and the unique fossil Pokemon that can be found in the Galar region, along with fossil Pokemon from all around the world. And this is when it's revealed that the gym leaders will have a tournament that everyone can feel free to watch. This is when everyone decides to get their jobs and goes for it. As for Leon, who I forgot to mention, he's going to be doing what he did pretty much in the Sinnoh Festival. This is when we get to see everyone doing their jobs during this festival. We're going to go to Ash, Lucas, and Rinto's booth first. As I said before, they're battling trainer after trainer after trainer. They battle through a whole bunch of trainers with different types of Pokemon, and they're kind of milling through them all as each one decides to take shifts on which trainers they want to fight. This is when they come across two trainers specifically that want to actually give them a fair shot. This being a very cocky boy of the name of Victor, very pompous, kind of like how B used to be, and a very rowdy girl named Gloria. They each want to give them a fair shot, so Ash and Lucas decide to take them on together. Victor and Gloria send out their two Pokemon, being Thwacky for Victor and Reboot for Gloria. This is when Ash and Lucas send out their Pokemon. Thinking that Cinderace and Samurott would be too drastic and extreme for this battle, Lucas ends up sending out his Decidueye, and Ash ends up sending out his Sandaconda. The battle is intense on both sides, to be fair, as both sides are offering a fair shot, but then again, Ash and Lucas have just finished fighting the finals and just defeated Eternatus, so they're kinda cracked right now, and Victor and Gloria do end up losing. Victor takes this hard, but more or less says that it's an issue of his Pokemon and not him. Ash saying that they can't really teach them now, but he can sense that they have a good head on their shoulders. Gloria was also mad that she lost, but she took it a bit better than Victor. This is when we can cut to Elaine's booth as she's educating people about the gym leaders. Using one of the gym leaders as an example, she uses Raihan about how gyms work and how specifically the Galar gym challenges work. This gains a lot of attention and gains a lot of notoriety from the gym challenge. Now right before Marnie goes on, her and Piers have a conversation that basically boils down to Piers was able to contact one of his old friends, and she's also a gym leader in the Unova region. He was able to get Marnie an internship with her, this being Roxy from the Verbank City Gym. Marnie's ecstatic to hear this, knowing that she gets to study under a prolific gym leader like Roxy, and Piers said that he wanted to keep it a surprise, but he figured that this would be the best time to tell her, as he has to go prepare for the tournament between all the gym leaders. Marnie thanks her brother, and then she goes on about the towns of Galar and how they're all unique and different in their own ways. This is when Peonia finally goes up and she talks about unique fossil Pokemon and the unique fossil Pokemon and legends that can be found in Galar. This is when she walks off the stage. This is when Peony, who is still the leader of Macros Cosmos, or the acting leader for right now, basically tells her that he was able to get her tickets to go to the fossil show in the Unova region, as this is the epicenter of fossil Pokemon and paleontology in the Pokemon world. Elaine is happy for both of her rivals being able to continue their goals and dreams even in a new place, but this is when they invite her to come to Unova, saying that Unova has a gym challenge and their gym challenge is pretty unique and not like any other region. Elaine has to actually think about this, as she hasn't thought about what she would do after the Galar League. This is when we can go to Chase and Hop, as Chase and Hop are dealing with new trainers and dealing with rookie trainers as they're having a rookie tournament. The rookie tournament ends up being a smash hit, as all these trainers were more advanced than Chase and Hop ever were, and this kind of makes them feel jealous in a way, knowing that the kids of today were way smarter than they were. But they end up laughing about it. A little bit after they're finished their booth, Hop basically laments to Chase that he's going to be studying with Sonya, so he's not going to be around too often. He asks Chase what he plans to do next. Chase is kind of clueless in this area. This is when Leon, in a rush, overhears their conversation, and Leon basically recommends to Chase to go to Johto, saying that tons of fledgling trainers go to Johto in order to train, and it's a really good spot for your second part of your journey. Chase loves the idea and actually decides to take Leon up on his offer, saying that he'll go to the Johto region. This is when Chase realizes that he's going to have to leave home, leave Elaine, and leave Ash, and he has to think about it for a minute. This is when, right before the gym leader tournament's about to start, they have to have a ceremony with the ball guy, a mascot Pikachu, a mascot Eevee, and a mascot Pachirisu. Everyone's curious on where Ash, Lucas, Rinto, and Leon are, but they don't really think about this as the foreign mascots put on a really interesting show, as everybody is actually kind of impressed that they were able to do this in those suits. However, right before the gym leader tournament in the break room, this is when it's revealed of who was under those costumes. It was Ash, Lucas, Rinto, and Leon being the mascots respectively. Everyone's surprised by this, but before everyone can ask why, Ash basically explains that he wanted to make people happy, as Rose's plan did actually endanger a lot of people, but now everyone's smiling, and it took a lot of work, but that's what a champion does. Leon looks towards Ash with a face of like a proud older brother, if I can explain it. This is when the gym leader tournament starts. Now, in the first round, the first match is against Nessa and Milo. Nessa and Milo have a really good battle, but Nessa ends up taking away the win. The next match is between Bee and Raihan. Bee gives a really good shot, as she's always wanted to fight Raihan at full power, but Raihan still ends up winning. This is when the next match is against Kabu and Bede, and while Bede is still a new gym leader and Kabu's well experienced, Bede is able to end up scratching away a win. This is when the next match is between Piers and Gordy, and Piers and Gordy have an amazing bout of strength, but Piers ends up winning it. This is when the next match is Nessa and Raihan. Leon comments on how this is kind of nostalgic, as this was a match that he saw in his first Galar League, but nevertheless, Raihan still ends up winning like the last time, but Nessa isn't sad this time, and only says that she'll get stronger next time and beat Raihan. Raihan chuckles at this. This is when the next match is between Bede and Piers. Now, while Bede thinks he's going to win due to the fairy type, Piers is no pushover and uses Toxtricity, this completely throwing a wrench in Bede's plans. This is when Piers wins it. This is when in the final round we have two of the top two gym leaders in Galar duking it out, being Piers and Raihan. Piers and Raihan have an amazing clash, but it does end up with Raihan being the victor, and Raihan being the strongest gym leader in Galar, like always. Now we can go to right before the exhibition battle between Ash and Lucas versus Leon. Everyone's excited to see what's going to happen, but this is when Ash, Lucas, and Rinto are in the locker room. Rinto's saying that he thinks that he's going to go to the Sinnoh region, as he wants to challenge Cynthia, and he says that he needs to change a pace. Luke is commenting on this, saying that he's been kind of samey too, so he thinks that he's going to go learn more about this Z-move kind of business and go to Alola. Ash is surprised hearing this, and when they ask Ash what he's going to do, Ash says that he's going to go to Paldea, saying that he wants to learn about that terrestrialization thing that Rinto's sister did. All of them chuckle at this, but Rinto tells them to get ready as their exhibition battle is about to start. The air is electric as everyone in the audience is cheering for the challengers to send out their first Pokemon. This is when Ash and Lucas point their hands up to the sky and call out Zacian and Zamazenta respectfully. Zacian and Zamazenta roar, agreeing to help out these two trainers in their time of need after keeping their rusted sword and rusted shield for so long. This is when Leon sends out his dual steed Calyrex, and the battle is intense as the two heroes face against the king. This battle is incredibly tense, with both sides giving it their all. Behemoth's Bash and Behemoth's Blade clash with Calyrex, and it's an amazing clash full of speed and skill and agility. This seems like a battle out of an ancient book or text, but each side is giving it their all. But due to Ash and Lucas not really having a lot of experience commanding Zacian and Zamazenta, they're not fighting to the best of their ability, as both Zacian and Zamazenta are losing against Calyrex. But Leon calls on everyone to the region to cheer for him, this giving Calyrex enough strength to end up dealing out Zacian and Zamazenta. Zacian and Zamazenta howl and then disappear in a cloud of smoke. Ash and Lucas scream out thank you to them, as even though they didn't win, they're still incredibly satisfied that they at least got to battle Leon. And this actually proves how strong Leon is, as Leon had to take on 2 challengers, 2 league finalists, and still ended up winning, as they really comment on how strong Leon is and how much they want to reach that strength. This is when in the break room, Ash, Lucas, and Rinto are still talking and laughing, and as they're about to leave, this is when Leon comes into the break room. Leon announces to them that in a year there's going to be the Pokemon Masters Tournament. While it used to be called the World Coronation Series, they decided to change the name due to the uniqueness of this event. In this event, it will be held on an island called Paseo in a year. He urges them all to do the most serious training of their lives, as he's going to make sure that no matter what, all 3 of them qualify, as he knows that he wants to battle at least one of them at full power. All of them agree to this, and all of them agree to train their absolute hardest in the new regions that they're going to go to. This is when a brilliant fireworks show happens and everyone smiles, knowing that they're going to leave this place soon. This is when Ash, Chase, and Elaine have a conversation. This is when Chase is the first person to say it, saying that he's sorry to Ash, but he's going to have to go to Johto. Elaine commenting on this, saying that she's going to go to Unova. Ash actually laughs at this, and while at first they think Ash is laughing at them, he's more laughing at the fact that they thought they needed to hide this from him, as Ash saying that friends will always have to say goodbye to each other, but that doesn't mean they'll never meet again, saying that in this era, they're more connected than ever, and that if they ever need his help, he's just a call away, and that he'll be there in a flash. They all laugh at this, and then about 2 to 3 days pass, and they're all at the airport. Rinto's flight is first, and while he's laughing with Ash, Lucas, and everyone else, he actually laments on the fact that he might actually miss them, and everyone gives him a smug look, saying that was he just sincere. However, Rinto smugs this off. He says one more thing to Ash and Lucas, telling them to not lose anybody else, as he needs to be the one to defeat them. They say that they'll miss him too, as Rinto disappears from sight and goes off to the Sinnoh region. This is when Hop says that he has to leave, as Sonia is waiting for him, and that he's had a really fun time with everybody and won't forget them. He says his goodbyes, and him and Bede leave. The girls' flight is next, as Marnie and Peonia already are at the gate. They're waiting for Elaine to come. This is when Elaine runs up to Lucas and gives him a kiss on the cheek. This is when everyone was shocked by this, even Marnie and Peonia is, as they didn't expect her to go for it, but she knows that she's leaving right after. This is when Ash looks to Lucas to comment on the situation in a smug kind of tone, but he's fainted on the spot, as he didn't expect that. As they're kind of panicking, as Lucas's flight was next, they rush him towards the gate and are running towards the gate, hoping to put him in there in time. This is when Ash and Chase are the last ones left. Ash comments on the fact that Chase doesn't have a hat, as this is when Chase responds that when after the festival, Nessa actually offered to take them all shopping to get new outfits. Ash declined this offer, obviously, as his mom already had an outfit for him waiting at home, but this is when we see that Chase didn't take a hat, as he felt that none of them matched his style, so he said that he was just gonna go hatless. Ash is kind of sad about this, as he figured that, like him, Chase probably really likes having a hat on his head. This is when Ash takes off his hat that he's been currently wearing for the whole season and puts it on Chase's head, basically telling Chase that once Chase beats him in a battle, he'll take back his hat. This is to motivate Chase to become even stronger. Chase saying that they each have an hour about before their flight, and that they decide to have a battle. They each send out their Pikachu. However, Ash still wins, but yet again, this only motivates Chase to train harder. As both of their flights are about to leave, they both rush towards them. Ash wishing Chase luck in Johto, and Chase wishing Ash luck in Paldea. And that is the end of the Pokemon Sword and Shield series, Samurai Edition, I guess, because there's like 8 other Sword and Shield series on YouTube. But yeah, thank you guys all for coming along with this journey of mine. I really enjoyed making it, as it was the first real big commitment I had to this channel, and I'm so glad that you guys stuck around for it, even though some episodes didn't get as positively reviewed as others, and that this series went on hiatus over hiatus. I'm really glad that you guys stuck around. Now, as for why this is the last episode, as originally these episodes were supposed to be split in two, but due to midterms coming up so soon and I'm in college right now, I had to kind of fuse them together into one longer episode, even though it's only 15 minutes. It's not even my longest episode. But I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. Thank you for sticking with me again, and I'm gonna have some announcements coming down the soon later in March, so stay tuned. Anyways, Samurai out.